Hi, everybody. Welcome to a very special emergency tarot tea time. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, yesterday at 3 p.m., we did our usual live stream, and word was circulating that potentially Taylor Swift was going to be going on the New Heights podcast. We did a reading here. I pulled that reading because there are a few more Easter eggs in there that I think we're getting some confirmation on. So we're going to rewatch that clip in a second. Sorry, I was running late today. That's what I was doing. I was pulling that clip. So I hope it's effective. I have a little presentation that I made. Guys, we're looking at a birth chart. We're looking at the astrology of the week. But first, we want to get some of the details. This is so exciting. The astrology is so on point, y'all. Like, you know, when we've talked in the past about Taylor Swift and how I have speculated that she is into astrology and numerology based on a few things, like, her love of the number 13. I know that she knows the meaning of that number. She's spoken about it. Also her song The Archer, which refers to Sagittarius, which she's a Sagittarius sun. We actually named our dog Archer after the Archer. Well, I did. Lawyer Monk went along with it. But anyway, I'm so excited to confirm this tea and for us to dive deeper and see if we can get even more information before the album comes out. Hey guys. Hey Penny D. Hey Chrissy. Okay, Penny has a theory coming in hot with the theory. I love it, Penny. Okay, Penny says, I have a theory. A single will be released on the finale of the Summer I Turn Pretty in September. Ooh, oh my gosh, Penny, that would be amazing, amazing. Okay, Penny, let's put a pin in it. We're going to remember you said this. We shall come back and pull the clips. We'll roll the tapes if it comes true. Okay, weird little side note before we dive into this. I bought this on a whim, clearly not sponsored, but I bought this on a whim like the other day. It's that Liquid Death, weird name, I know, but it's supposed to be like death to, I don't know, like bad things and like pollution and stuff, whatever. Anyway, long story short, no, death to plastic. There you go. So it's like environmentally friendly. But it's Fruity Pebbles flavor. And obviously I grabbed it because it's like orange and I'm trying to be in the theme. You guys, it literally tastes like Fruity Pebbles. Like that probably can't be good for you. But if you like Fruity Pebbles, this is insane. I mean, I'm drinking Fruity Pebbles. It's sparkling water. Okay. I just had to share that because it's a little wild, but I kind of love it. Chrissy says, I'm a witness. I love it. Yes, we have a witness. Amazing. Chrissy, how are you? And Penny, how are you doing? Okay. Let me know, guys. How's your day going? Let's get into it. Okay. So I pulled up a CBS article. We're going to get the quick facts before we get, a little bit woo woo. So, this was written 5 hours ago from CBS. CBS Sports, by the way. I love that Taylor Swift is now like trending on all the sports platforms due to her relationship with Travis Kelce, really bringing everybody together again. Taylor Swift appears on Travis Kelce's New Heights podcast. What you need to know about the pop star's interview. The multi-time Grammy winner announced her 12th studio album during a podcast clip. Pop icon Taylor Swift used boyfriend Travis Kelce's New Heights podcast to announce her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl. Love the name, by the way, which was made available for pre-order Tuesday at 12:12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in a clip recorded on the Kansas City Chiefs star's show with his brother. So I wanted to show you something, Swift said, a brief podcast clip posted on Instagram. Swift revealed an unlocked mint green briefcase on screen with orange TS letters across the front, and then pulled out a blurry record. This is my brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl, Swift said. While there hasn't been an announced release date for Swift's new album, the pre-order ship date is set for October 13th. Of course, 13. The Grammy-winning singer, songwriter, and billionaire is coming off the highest-grossing tour in music history after the Eras Tour ended in December. Swift has not taken part in public interviews since winning Time's Person of the Year in 2023. Okay, so you guys, we've also talked about she's been in a 7 personal year this year in 2025, and this is a very underground year. We've talked about this so much, like 7 years are about introspection. You do spend more time alone. You are reclaiming yourself. your spirit. It's about like enriching yourself with the gifts of the spirit that people can't see on the outside, but you're doing so much work on the inside. And one of the most amazing things that happened for her this year that I definitely think healed her spirit was getting her master's, right? So definitely she is living that 7 year to the fullest. But funny enough, August is actually a 6 month. And six was the year that she had last year when she was really loved up with Travis Kelsey. So I I don't know. I wonder if this is going to be a very romantic album. He was wearing blue. He said to match her eyes. I don't know, something borrowed, something blue. Hmm. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe the cards will give us a little more tea. But okay, back to it. So that will change the fact that she hasn't been interviewed with her New Heights podcast episode premiering Wednesday at 7 p.m. And it will provide a window into their relationship. You guys, what? Are we getting an engagement announcement and a new album announcement? Okay, I can't wait to check with what you guys are saying. Oh my God. Fans of the New Heights podcast attempted to guess this week's mystery guest following an early tease. We did the same here. There was a silhouette that looked like Swift with an orange background next to the Kelsey brothers, and 12 minutes after the social media barrage, Swift's official fan account, Taylor Nation, referenced a post Swift made in her Eras tour book that released in November. So, of course, Easter eggs were going off all day yesterday. We were kind of just doing our thing over here. I didn't see any of the posts yet, but let's see. And then last night, it was all made public. So, blah, blah, blah. There's some more background here. But okay, very exciting. Hold on, let me see what you guys are saying. Chrissy's doing good. Good, Chrissy. Hi, Jaded Kate. Welcome. How's it going? I can't spell. Don't worry, Penny. If you can't spell today, that's because even though Mercury is direct, it takes a couple days for us to get our sea legs back. I feel like I've been tongue tied for like 2 days. So apologize to y'all for that. Okay, let's see. Jada Kate says, as soon as they dropped that snippet with the silhouette, I immediately recognized her shape. Ooh, nice, Jada Kate. I knew it was her. Who else would would be hidden, right? Penny says she has been teased on the podcast a few times. Yes, she has. And like one of the times I think they ended up having Kylie Kelsey on instead. So they always sort of, do a little bait and switch. But this time they didn't tease us too badly. It was like by last night, we knew the truth. So, okay. I'm just going to do a little recap of what we talked about yesterday before we get into some of the astrology. Just because, we got to celebrate that, we knew first here, guys. The Fool card. Oh, this is a yes. Look at this. Head held high, having fun. What is the new era about? It's about being carefree, being happy. And look at the dog in this card. So this is like a well-known nod to loyalty because obviously dogs are known to be loyal. And so this card is about the feeling that you have when you can be more carefree because you know that the people around you are loyal to you. You feel safe. Um, yeah, she's gonna go on. I think she's gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be a really fun, uplifting episode. Like, we're gonna see her in kind of a different light. I think she might be more silly than usual. Of course, she's always pretty like herself, but there's this like joy.
Such a nice color on you.
Yes, I know. It's the color of your eyes, sweetie. That's why we match so well.
We're about to do a podcast.
And it is a fresh start. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. At the bottom of the deck, what we don't see, you guys stop. Look at this card. Now, I know last time this is what we got for the Annabelle doll, but it's a different context. Look, the two guys in the front, and then look who's standing in the back. Yes. Guys. Okay, yes. The answer is yes, yes, yes. Can you believe this? This is nuts. The fact that this card came through. Two guys in the front, and then one woman right there in the middle. That's Taylor. And also, fun fact, little stars on this card represent Aquarius energy, and she is an Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius. So, okay. I just wanted us to recap so that we can build on that past reading, because I do think that there is a little bit more to it. I don't know. Are they going to do something relationship-wise? They reveal more info. I don't know. We'll see. But before we talk about that, I want just to make a little note of the astrology of the week that we did talk about yesterday. And the most important thing that's going on, the 11th and really exact today on the 12th is Venus conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. Now, and if you guys remember at the very end of the episode, when I pulled our own personal Britney Spears Oracle cards, I said, like, I don't know, I was like, this is the week to make the announcement, do the thing, get out there, put it out there. Like, so first of all, I think that this is going to be a very, very successful album. We may even all be blown away by just how successful it is because, her last album did well. And of course, the Eras Tour was amazing. But I do feel like this is going to be something different. And it feels like a fresh start, an announcement that takes courage. We just had Mercury go direct in Leo yesterday as well. So, I mean, and she's also very much about the 12-12. Everything is like 12 for this one in particular. So you can't tell me that she didn't know that Venus and Jupiter were conjunct exactly on the 12th. I mean, she knows. She knows. She's all about using the astrology and the numerology. So I think that's very exciting and cool. And then I want to look at her birth chart just to see if we can get any more tea about how this transit is affecting her chart. And this is based on the belief that she is a Scorpio rising because, again, there are two schools of thought on this. Some people think Scorpio, some people think Capricorn. I feel 100% Scorpio rising, but it's definitely a subject of debate, but we're going to go on the Scorpio rising theory. Okay. Let's see. What else are you guys saying? Business in the front, party in the rear. What? Okay. I don't know why you said it, but I love it. I love it, Jaded Kate. Amen. Yeah. It's been heavy. The energy, I think I missed a little bit of what y'all were saying, but yeah, the energy has been so heavy and Taylor knew that this was the right time for a fresh start, for some good news, for us to have some fun. So we can always count on her for that. Okay, if we look at the different houses in her chart, first of all, let's draw our attention to her ninth house, ruled by Cancer, which is where she has all this activity happening this week. We each have an amazing glow up and an energetic boost in the house in our birth chart, ruled by Cancer. So for Taylor, this is the ninth house of philosophy, also publishing, international publishing. Of course, she's an international superstar. So this is definitely going to fit her to a T. Nine energy, I feel like not only is this about a a big broadcasting project that's going to be super successful, but I also feel like because it's the house associated with philosophy and rules Sagittarius, traditionally the ninth house is associated with Sagittarius, her sun sign. I just feel like we are going to see a really different side of her. And I think it's going to be one that is much more optimistic, more excited about life. I mean, this is a period of growth and renewal. We can even see that with the colors chosen. And I think everything that she chooses is definitely symbolic. So, we know that she knows what orange and green mean energetically. And we're going to talk about that too. Guys, we're going to hit all the high points here. But in her ninth house, she has her natal moon, Jupiter, and Chiron. Okay. Wow. So natal Jupiter, let's just start right there. Natal Jupiter in the Cancer ruled ninth house. The Jupiter Venus conjunction is happening in her ninth house right now. Jupiter transiting conjunct her natal Jupiter, Venus transiting conjunct her natal Jupiter as well. Like just the Jupiter energy is insane. Like what is going to happen? What could get better? Like, guys, this is such a good transit to have Venus and Jupiter coming together on your natal Jupiter in the ninth house of publishing. So it's going to be a smash hit, huge success. We're going to be surprised by some of the things that happen, but also with the moon there and Chiron, this is going to be a very healing album, a very healing experience. I definitely think a lot of that has to do with the fact that this is the first album that she's putting out since she took over the ownership of her masters, which I think was a really big deal for her. And she talked about that. She posted about how she's not going to do the revenge era. She's going to move forward. So this symbolically is such a fresh start. This is about a new lease on life, optimism, creativity, freedom, The ninth house, it's about you truly marching to the beat of your own drum and doing what makes you happy, what makes you feel alive. So we're going to see different notes in her music. Literally, we're going to see a different side of her. And Chiron, this is going to be healing through joy, healing through abundance, really feeling like everything is falling into place. So this is really beautiful, and it's exciting to me to see the astrology and the wild play out, because theoretically we can talk about astrology all day long. But when you see something so obvious on paper and you're able to like say, okay, this is what's going on in this person's birth chart during this positive time, it just really helps it all kind of like come together for us too. Okay. Other things going on. I mentioned the Aquarius energy that came through on that card that we pulled, which was so crazy because that card was literally just a reflection of the exact thumbnail picture. That's been happening a lot more lately in our readings here, which I think is really cool. But that made me want to look at her Aquarius ruled house. And for her, Aquarius rules her fourth house of home and family. So could this also have something to do with family? I mean, I definitely think that just based on the fact that she's choosing to announce this on the New Heights podcast, I mean, if she and Travis aren't married already, they're definitely going to get married. I mean, this had a family vibe. She feels comfortable. She feels safe with both Travis and Jason. It's sort of like they're already family. So that's the kind of feeling I get. And it makes sense that Aquarius is ruling her fourth house, which contains her natal Venus and the North Node. And she has Pluto right now in her fourth house, transforming the way that she looks at her nuclear family, transforming the way that she views love, and also igniting her North Node of really building a solid family life. That's one of the things that she's destined to do in this lifetime. The North Node is where we're here to grow. So she is here to build her own family that reflects her true self and lets her just be celebrated for that quirky offbeat Aquarius energy that she has there. So really cute. I think we see that that's happening. It's Leo season right now, and the announcement is, of course, happening during Leo season, which rules her 10th house of career. So, like, yeah, check, 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 checking all the boxes. Makes sense. Other things going on. Let's see. We have Mars currently in Libra, which is her 12th house. So that's like spirituality. Um, I think that this album has a lot to do with her sense of self on like a very deep spiritual level, even if it's expressed through pure joy. The 12th house is where we are able to transcend, the day to day. It's getting in touch with our spirit. So I do think that we're going to see a very, I don't know, maybe like a spiritually channeled type of album that is very authentic to that uplifting side of her that we haven't seen, maybe since think of like the Lover era. But there's going to be something more to it. So there might be some songs that are a little bit deeper that talk about love, or maybe she's going to reveal things about her love life. Maybe she's going to reveal that she's already married. I don't know, guys, but it's going to be something big with all the Jupiter energy in the ninth house. Okay, so those are my thoughts on that. Let me check in with what you guys are saying. She definitely has Scorpio. Amen, Penny. You know it. You know it. Like with all the black and like the intensity and wanting revenge. Although she has a Capricorn stellium, so that's why I totally get the people that think, "Oh, she's got to be Capricorn rising," because like I see that. I see where they're coming from, and she does have a Capricorn stellium, so she's very business savvy. But I mean, when it comes to who she is in the world, she's a Scorpio all the way, baby. She just is. That Scorpio rising, you can see it coming a mile away. The red lipstick, that's a signature. I mean, you know. If in my opinion, if she was Capricorn rising, she'd be a little bit more neutral. Capricorn rising people, they tend to enjoy more of like those earthy, like neutral colors. And when they're being a little bit more spicy, like maybe they'll do a gray or like a pinstripe or a black, but it's typically like more earthy. When she does it, like when she's really out for revenge, I mean, she pulls on the Scorpio colors of red, burgundy, black, and like the smoke and the mirrors and the drama. So, down to Hades, she takes us. You know what I mean? Okay. Hi, Eva Dolls. How's it going? Jada Kate says they're already a part of each other's families with or without the ring. There you go. Because of that card with the two guys in the front and her in the back. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was crazy. Oh, business in the front, party in the rear. Okay, got it. All right, it's clocking to me now, finally, Jada Kate. It's clocking to me. Okay. So next thing that I want us to look into is, let's see. Let's look at her other actual placements here. Is there anything else that we're noticing? Let me know if you guys notice anything. I mean, we see that she has a Cancer moon, which we already talked about. So, something that I really love that's going on for her right now with Venus and Jupiter conjunct, like I said, like yesterday and today, it's exact, but it's happening all week. We're going to really feel those beautiful energies. So, this is also really good for all water signs, but check your birth chart. I mean, you wanna know where this glow up is happening because it's so positive, as we can see from Taylor's chart. But I do feel like this album has a lot to do with her heart and healing her heart, but also going on the podcast, and it sounds funny, but going on the podcast, her feeling supported, her feeling safe. This is all happening conjunct her natal moon in Cancer. Like, she is really starting to heal and open up in a different way than she ever has before in her life. It's really beautiful. Everybody goes through stuff, and she's been very open about what she's been through. And this is really ushering in a new level of safety, security, and nurturing for herself, which is really great. This whole year is actually going to be affected by the Venus Jupiter conjunction starting, like literally starting from yesterday. So just notice where you have Cancer placements, notice your water sign placements, notice the house in your birth chart ruled by Cancer, and just trust that these areas of all of our lives are going to be very, very positively impacted, really starting this week, but then for the rest of the year. So that's exciting for everybody. This is such a good week. And I didn't know quite how good. I mean, I knew it was a great week, but dang, this is the announcement that we all needed. Like, we needed some positivity, All the celeb stories were getting a little bit dark, a little bit sad. Okay, so thank you, Taylor. We needed this. Yeah. What else does she have? I mean, this is happening opposite her Capricorn placements, so kind of offsetting her Saturn in Capricorn, her Uranus in Capricorn, her Neptune in Capricorn. So to me, that looks like less stress, creating through less stress, opposite Saturn. That's the coach that's feeling like things are hard. So this feels like it's easy for her. Uranus in Capricorn, less of a surprise, less surprises. I think she's been through a lot of surprises, a lot of shocks. She's going to have a year that feels a lot more predictable from now on, which is great. And then Neptune in Capricorn, this happening opposite her natal Neptune, to me, that feels like more clarity. Again, more groundedness, more clarity, feeling like you're more in control of your life. And that allows you to open up and flourish, right? So it's just such a great time for her. Really positive. I love to see this. It's so cute. Okay, let's pull some cards now and see if we can get any more tarot tea on the situation. What are you guys saying? I have Scorpio, Sun, and Cancer, Moon in the third house. Jaded Kate, yes. Okay, that's gonna be so good. So pay attention to your if you have siblings, great for sibling relationships, your neighborhood, great for communication, great for social media or publishing projects. I love that. I love that. I love that. And with this happening in a positive angle to your sun, you're also going to feel like your purpose and your sense of self feel very clear and supported. So, congrats. That's good. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Taylor Swift. So, I have a couple of questions, a couple things I want to ask. So, first of all, I want to see if we can get like the overall vibe of the album. And then I'm just really curious to see like how she does this. Like, you know, because for me, like I can barely produce the podcast, take care of my dogs, and produce my once a month TV show and clean my house and cook. Like honestly, I can, like I can barely keep up with that. So I'm in awe Like, how does she like, we all thought that she was on vacation. We all thought she was, like, relaxing with Travis this year. No, she was just finishing this album while also managing to travel with him and, like, have a life. So, I really do wanna pull some cards and see, like, can we get the secret sauce? Like, what's the secret to her success? How does she do this? How does she operate? So, we'll see what the cards can tell us, and of course, only our angels, positive, loving energy, helpful, good things coming through. Okay, wait, Jada Kate says, "Yes, I'm gonna see a movie with my sister and mom." So that's great. Oh my god, yes. I love that. That's gonna be so, so fun. She gets up at 5 AM every morning. Wait, does she really, Jada Kate? I could see it. If that's a secret to success, maybe. You do more by 10 AM than some people do all day. Is that what we have to do? I mean, this is happening in my 6th house of daily routines and work. So, guys, should I try 5 AM? Is that what this is? Is that what I'm meant to learn? Okay, let's see. Yep. All right. I'm going to try it. I'll try it and I'll let you know if I do it. Okay. So let's see. First of all, Taylor Swift, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. What is the vibe of this album? Can we get any information? Can we get any tea? What can we expect? Ace of Pentacles, guys, huge success. A huge success. Ooh, this reminds me because of the orange. By the way, orange and green are on this card. So like double confirmation. I forgot to tell you guys about the symbolism of the colors. We'll do that at the very end. Um, because colors really do have an energy, and it's very, very distinct what this energy is bringing. But huge success, Ace of Pentacles, even more money, even more success. This album is going to be really, really popular. People are going to love it. Okay, let's see. I mean, it's an ace. Wow. Okay. What else? What else? Chiefs colors, red/yellow, make orange. Ooh, okay, Penny. I like that. A deep cut. Okay, I could see it. Heck yeah. You know what, Penny? That is something that she would think through. Just like you with all your water placement depth. Okay, Jada Kate says Anna Wintour also gets up at 5 AM every morning, goes swimming laps for an hour, then gets her hair and makeup done before she even steps foot in the Condé Nast building. Wow, Jaded Kate. Okay, you're really spilling some great daily routine tea. This is what I needed to hear. I've been wanting to take like some horseback riding lessons around here. Like I know how to horseback ride. I used to do it as a kid at like camps and stuff, but um if you can take some classes, and then there's like trail riding and stuff, like not too far from my house. What if I try it? What if I try to get up at like 5 AM, take care of the dogs, horseback ride, and then start my day? Could I do it, guys? Could I take that leap? Starting with inspiration from this week's Jupiter-Venus conjunction in the 6th house. Okay, let's see what else can we get about the album. Back to Taylor. Page of Pentacles, also a new beginning. So overall, very successful. Page of Pentacles, also a new beginning, a new revenue stream. There's going to be something very different about this album. I don't know what she's doing differently, but since she like fully owns her masters and she has like full freedom to really do what she wants, I wonder if she's going to do something different that's going to open up a new revenue stream. What? That's weird. That's a weird one. I didn't expect that. Page of Pentacles, new revenue stream. Or is there going to be somebody that she features on the album who's younger? Okay, hold on. Scratch what I said last. I mean, that still could be true, but I feel like I was going the wrong direction. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. This is like featuring a younger artist, maybe a couple of younger artists. Maybe she collaborated with some other people. Could be, people have been saying maybe Sabrina Carpenter. Like, I don't know. Could be. But Page of Pentacles, I do think that she collaborates with some younger people in the industry, because that's like the flavor of the album. Okay, what else? Hey, Claire, how's it going? Maybe go running with your dogs 1 hour. Well, I already have that routine set up with them. We do evening family walks. But I like your spitball in here. Appreciate it, Jaded Kate. Knight of Cups. Romantic. This is the fairy tale romance card. So I do think that this is going to be more of like a lover girl type of album. We're going to get some love songs. We're going to get some songs about happiness. But I don't think it's going to be the same as, a couple of the songs that we got on the last album. This is going to be more of the overall theme, which is like joyful love. Okay. We've been waiting for that. Could she talk about marriage? Maybe, because this is your knight in shining armor. Penny. Thank you, Penny. Penny said, Britt, you can do anything you want because you are a go-getter. Thank you, Penny. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Okay, I'll take that with me from this Jupiter-Venus conjunction day. Chapel Roan bringing that Joan of Arc energy. Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, you guys, that would be such a good collab, wouldn't it? Oh my gosh. We can, dare to dream. Oh no. And so Chapel Roan is going to be in Kansas City. Okay, now my brain's going a million places. She is going to be in Kansas City. A couple of my friends are going. I didn't sign up for like the lottery thing. I was going to, but then they like have you put in your credit card before. Long story short, I was like, that's kind of weird because it doesn't say like how much it costs. And I was kind of freaked out that it would just like charge your card or something. Like, I don't know. So I didn't, but then I got like this little notification yesterday that you could buy tickets. So I went to try to buy them. And it was like sold out. So I was like, why are you even giving the notification? But if Taylor Swift ends up performing like as a surprise guest or something with Chapel Roan in Kansas City, I would, guys, I will never get over it. Okay. That was just a doom thought. So hopefully none of that's true. Okay. So we have romance. We have collaborating with a younger artist. We have a lot of success. Ace of Pentacles, the most successful yet. Okay. What else? Two of Wands. She's going to be talking about the future. Will she be like telling her fans about her future, about what she wants, about her wedding plans, or maybe I'm telling you, maybe they're already married. Like, I don't know. Will she be talking about her future and her personal life? Two of Wands. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say I think she's going to be revealing more about her love life. Really cute. Maybe that's part of why she wanted to talk about it on Travis's podcast. Also, did you guys notice that Travis is wearing blue? And you know that something borrowed, something blue type of thing with weddings? Like, I would not be surprised if she pulls up her finger and she has a ring on. Like, we're all going to be on the edge of our seats. Also, Knight of Cups. I mean, this is proposal as well. This is someone bringing you their cup of love. So could she reveal a proposal this week? Yeah, I think so. Either on the album or maybe on the New Heights podcast. Yes, I think so. I mean, Knight of Cups is someone bringing you their cup of love. This is the fairy tale. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Oh, you're brushing out your dogs here this evening. Fabulous. Okay, I love that you can be like, listening to the tea, spilling the tea with us while also grooming the pups. Get you a woman that can do both, Claire? Fantastic. Aw. That's an Easter egg. It totally is an Easter egg, right, Jaded Cape? Okay, what else can we get? What else? Ace of Swords. Okay, this is the victory. I mean, got a crown on, got a sword. So words that talk about victory. She may, I don't think it's going to have any of like that revenge energy whatsoever because I really think she's left that in the past. But this can be like talking about what it feels like to be on the mountaintop. This could be an album that has certain like anthems that pump you up and make you feel like you can win too. Like things can work out for you if you persevere. Like I'm feeling like it's motivational. It's about victory. It's about winning. It's about love, romance. I mean, this album is like what happens when things work out. I just got goosebumps on my face. So confirmed. Like I feel like this is going to be an inspiring, uplifting album that inspires her fans to like expect the best out of life. And I think it's going to positively impact a lot of people's mindsets. That is so cute. Okay. Now, before we go, I quickly want to look into anything we can get about her. Like, how does she accomplish these things? Because, like, what? We had no idea she was doing this behind the scenes. In that clip, didn't she say they should do a podcast? Penny, I think in the clip she said, we're about to do an effing podcast. But I think she meant like this podcast. I think. Oh my God, Penny. I mean, you never know. Honestly, don't rule anything out. Jupiter and Venus are together right now, so you just don't know. Maybe she's going to join the family biz. Okay, Taylor's productivity. How does she get things done? What are her methods? Are there any secrets that we can use? Any advice that we can take from her productivity? This is an off the wall one, but I'm very curious, probably because all the activities in my sixth house today. And angels, can you give us any? Oh, okay, this one was moving. We're going to take it. Page of Cups, an emotional new beginning. Okay, so acting on inspiration. So this is like when she feels inspired, she just does it. She doesn't like wait until she has the perfect moment. So this is like somebody who probably always has like a little notebook in her bag and will just pull it out and like even if she's at dinner with friends, she'll be like, "Oh, 1 second." And she'll just like, write and like this is somebody who just it's like they kinda stay connected to their craft. It's like a part of them. So they're sorta always working in, like, subtle ways, but this is also, like, not waiting. So, like, you get inspired, like, you take an action. You take an action. So, yeah, very I mean, she's also Sagittarius, so it's like Sagittarius people, they are usually kind of like, on the go, on the go. So even just in her mind, she takes action. Okay, acting on inspiration. Love that. Don't wait. Okay, what else? Totally agree. I bet she's always note taking, right? That feels right. I think she's even said that before. Three of Swords. Okay, interesting. She turns pain into productivity. I mean, it's like some people when they get upset, they'll like cry and or take a day off or sit down. It's like she uses moments of pain, she uses moments of confusion and difficulty as motivation and inspiration to either write a song or go do something to make herself feel better. It's like she just yeah, it's sort of like everything that goes on in her life, whether it's her emotions, positive or negative, circumstances, positive or negative, she's always using that as her fuel. So she's really good at like reframing things in her mind. And this is something that I think she has gained over time. Wow. Really interesting. Three is associated with creativity. So yeah, Three of Swords, turning heartbreak into creativity. Like if you hurt her or you help her have the best day of her life, either one are going to equally contribute to her purpose at the end of the day, which is to make music. So really interesting. So it's like sort of like she's never losing no matter what. Okay, what else? 10 of Cups. Oh, okay. The support of her family and the people that she loves. She is very, very good about prioritizing the people that she loves. She tries to work with people that she loves and genuinely cares about. The more, especially with a Cancer moon, Cancer moons, when they feel genuinely loved and supportive, like they are able to get a lot done, but they're very sensitive. So if they don't feel loved and supported, specifically by the people around them, um, if she's not working with the right collaborators, she's learned over time that that can slow her down. But at this point in her life, she's figured out like the type of people she works best with. She can pretty much tell who's going to be a good collaborator, who's not. And she also acts and moves forward on that. And she's formed a lot of great partnerships. So those people also help her to get things done. So this is kind of like having a great team that really sees you and gets you. So overall, that makes sense. I mean, these are, yeah. All right. Amazing. Taylor, she's just like us, just with a great team and constantly turning pain into purpose. Okay. Now, before we go, you guys, I do want to pull up my little notes on the colors because I think it's important. The colors chosen, we know everything she does is like an Easter egg or has meaning. So the green. Okay, green is a symbol of growth and new beginnings. Green is deeply connected to nature and symbolizes growth, renewal, and a fresh start. That's what the astrology of this week feels like as well. That's what her birth chart looks like. So definitely the fresh start, the renewal, after a period of battle, and then she regained her master's. Now it's like a breath of fresh air. She's finally planting new seeds and they're starting to come up and they're untainted. Harmony and balance. It represents harmony, balance, both within oneself and in relation to the natural world. Healing and rebirth. Green is associated with healing, rejuvenation, rebirth, signifying a time of spiritual advancement. Yes. So this whole year, she's been in that spiritual 7 year in numerology, and she has been doing all of the healing, rejuvenating, rebirthing behind the scenes. And now we're going to see, what does this new version of Taylor, what does her spirit, what does her creativity look like now? The heart chakra. I love this. So green is actually associated with the heart chakra. It is strongly linked to the center of love, compassion, and emotional balance. Also, green can symbolize deep spiritual connection to nature and a person's ability to heal. So she's been through a really great healing time, and now she's going to share it with everybody, which is where the orange comes in as well. So orange, I love orange. It's a symbol of creativity and joy. Of course, it's also associated with her sun sign, Sagittarius. Orange is linked to the sacral chakra, associated with passion and self-expression. It can also signify joy and enthusiasm, making it a color often linked to social gatherings and creative endeavors. This was a fun project for her, you guys, and she wants us to know that it's fun. And that's what the orange is bringing up. Also, orange is seen as a bridge between the physical and spiritual, helping to balance emotions and foster a sense of well being. So, it's about emotional balance. It's about being able to remain spiritual and spiritually connected while also like prioritizing enjoying your life and being emotionally present. So, this is going to be about her experience with joy. Okay, transition and harvest. In some spiritual traditions, orange symbolizes transition and readiness, representing a new phase or a harvest time. This is a new phase, totally a new phase, you guys. Warmth and energy. It's associated with warmth of the sun and can represent energy and vitality. I mean, even just in that podcast clip we saw, she looks like she's just enjoying her life. You can see the happiness on her face. So I can't wait to watch the episode. I know we're all going to be watching it and we'll gab about it afterward, but I love y'all so much. Thank you for hanging out with me with this little impromptu live stream. It had to be discussed. It had to be discussed. And you guys had some hot tea as always. Loved your takes, and we'll just see what happens. Okay, guys. Well, I love you so, so much. Send you a big hug. Do something great today with the energy of Jupiter and Venus. It's exact today. So August 12th, what are we going to do? We're going to send the emails. We're going to make the call. We're going to do something fun. We're going to look at our house ruled by Cancer. And we're also just going to, I don't know, maybe wear some orange, bring a little joy into your life. All right. I love y'all so, so much. Mwah, mwah. Big hugs. Hi, Whitney Rose. Oh my God. I'm so sorry that we just missed you, but sending you love. Hopefully you can rewatch the live stream. Yes. JDK went shopping. Amen. Get that joy going. Literally in Nashville on a trip. Well, enjoy your time, Whitney. Venus and Jupiter conjunct in Cancer. A great time to be traveling today. But I love you guys so much. And I'll talk to you very, very soon.